Carlye, and I'm here to teach you how to make a chrysanthemum out of paper. Alright, so what we're going to see in your pack is you're going to have a green piece of paper, and you're going to have 3 strips of a different color paper. It will either be yellow, red, or purple. So I have yellow with me today. And what you're going to need is a glue stick or regular glue and a pair of scissors. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make this stem. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to take our green piece of paper, we're going to roll this up. We're going to start at one of the corners here, and we're going to kind of roll it diagonally like that. So we're going to take one corner, and we are going to roll it, and so you can see like that diagonally, and try to make it as tight as you can. And then you just roll it, keep on rolling. Alright, and it's okay, it's not perfectly diagonal. And then when you finish rolling, you have about this much hanging out. You're going to take your glue, and you're going to put glue on this bit that's left. And then you're going to roll it over that and hold it down, let it dry for a little bit. Okay, so while we're holding it down, let me tell you why I picked chrysanthemums this month. It's because chrysanthemums are the birth flower for people born in November. So since it's November, I figured this was the perfect flower to make this month. Okay, so this is probably going to be about as dry as it's going to get for now. So we just set that aside, and we'll use that later. Next thing we're going to do, so we are going to make all these beautiful petals. And I know it looks like a lot of work, but I'm going to show you how to do it a little quicker than you might think. So you're going to take the skinniest of the 3 strips of paper I got you. So we'll set those aside for now. And what you're going to do is we're first going to fold it in half like a hot dog, so this way. Alright, so fold it in half like that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do once it's folded is, as you can see, we've got the folded end and the non-folded end. What you're going to do is we are going to keep this folded end facing us, and we are going to take our scissors and we are going to cut along the folded end individual petals, just like that. See it? And remember, this is the folded end, so it's going to make our petals look thicker. So we are going to just keep doing that. We're going to make cuts along the entire strip of paper. And remember, do not cut all the way to the end here. We don't want them falling out of the paper. We don't want to individually glue each little petal to our stem. So we're going to want to keep it attached to this paper. We're going to keep it one big strip of paper. So what we're going to do is continue making little strips so that this piece of paper is going to have a nice frayed look at the very end when we're done cutting this. So be careful, you don't want to snip your fingers. And you can make your petals as thick or as thin as you want. That is up to you. So just make your snips as thick or thin as you want to adjust your petal size. And while we're doing this, because it does take a little bit of time, I can tell you guys some chrysanthemum facts. So those people born in November can know a little bit more about their birth flower. So chrysanthemums represent friendship, love, and joy. So it also represents, in Japanese culture, it represents the emperor and the imperial family. So historically, chrysanthemums have represented the rulers of Japan. So the flowers are featured in the imperial seal, so the symbol of the imperial family, and the imperial throne. So they are a powerful flower. Alright, so we're almost done with this one. Another fact is that in Chinese and Japanese folklore, chrysanthemums represent youth. It was actually believed that they can keep you younger, they can prolong your life. And the way they would do that is they would take a single petal from the chrysanthemum flower and they would put it in the bottom of their wine glass and drink it. So that would keep their body healthier and it would prolong their life. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to set this aside and we're going to do the same exact thing with our next biggest flower. And you guys can do the same exact thing, starting with folding your paper like a hot dog, and then doing the same thing, cutting the strips. So I'm going to let you guys do that and I'll start the video again when we're all done. Now, when you're done with that, what you do next is you do the same exact thing with your biggest strip of paper. So I've already done that. So what we're going to have are 3 strips of frayed pieces of paper. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our smallest one again. And now we are going to roll it onto our stem. So if you want, you could see that there are some pointed ends on each end of the stem. You can even that out if you'd like. It shouldn't really affect your flower much if you do keep the pointed ends. But if you want to keep it nice and even on both ends, you can just cut those right off. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do, you lay your smallest strip flat on the ground, on the table, take some glue, and you're going to glue the end that isn't cut and frayed. So be as careful as you can because some of these petals might be a little delicate. Just apply glue just like that. Alright. And you might need to reapply throughout this next step if that's okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start rolling it over the top of your stem. So take one end, place it on your stem, and then stick it around the stem and just keep turning it so that it's rolling on the stem. And again, you might need to reapply glue while you're doing this. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to reapply the glue in the middle here. Alright, roll it around. You can see that it's starting to create that petal look on the top. And then I'm going to apply glue one more time on the end here. Make sure it really sticks. Right, and we're going to just hold it down. Wait for it to dry. So see, you could start seeing how it looks like a blooming flower, the middle of that chrysanthemum. And then, while we're holding this down, let me share one more fact about these flowers. So it's kind of funny that in China and Japan, flowers represent youth and a long life. Because in parts of Europe, they actually represent mourning and are a symbol of death. So, complete opposite in Europe. One part of the world is youth and the other is death. Complete opposites. It's interesting how flowers can mean something different in different parts of the world. Okay, this one feels pretty dry. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our next one, the middle size, and we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to apply glue on the non-frayed end. And we are going to wrap this again on the stem, just a little lower than the first flower that we did. Okay, so the stem, and then wrap it around. All right, and then we're going to do it one more time. So see? Flowers getting even bigger. All right, one last time. So apply glue. And then put on the stem right below the one we just did. All right, so there you go. How's that look? One big petal of chrysanthemum flowers. Looks good, doesn't it? All right, and it was pretty easy, wasn't that? All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy your chrysanthemum flowers, especially those November babies. Now you know a little bit more about your birth flower. All right, so thank you again for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great day.